Kevin, a couple of days on from a tough game, tough conditions. What's your assessment on it a couple of days down the line?
Yeah, I just think a bit disappointing really, in terms of I didn't think we sort of put our best version forward in the second half where I think we had opportunity to, and we had opportunities to try and sustain pressure, put balls in the box, have shots and would just made sort of poor decisions, but you can't knock the lads' mentality and the way they wanted to go and they go about things and what they've done, because they worked the socks off, they battled, and that's what you've got to do. When it's not quite working for you and things are not going your way, you've got to stick in there, you've got to keep going and hope that something falls. But there's lots and lots to learn from, which we've been doing over the last 48 hours. So yeah, although real good points, and you've got to respect that. And we respect the points, because there's not much you get given in football where you always get given a point at the beginning of the game, you always get given a clean sheet. There's not much more you get off a game of football, so you've got to really earn it, and we earned the point, and I thought it was totally deserved.
How were the players that came off in the second half of that one?
Yeah, all good. It was look, Judd felt a bit in his hammy, so we've got people who can come on again. I know it sounds like a broken record, but we're trying to not take no unnecessary risks, and we don't need to, and we've got good proper pros on the bench ready to come on and do the job and fill in. So we just look, we're okay at the moment. All the lads who come off or you think have had little sort of niggling injuries, they've all been able to train and being in and around the squad today. So now it's about me making my decision on the 11 first and foremost, and then on the 18. So nice problem to have.
Big game Saturday with an end derby. We'll come on to that in a minute, but it's also your 50th game in charge. How do you assess those first 50?
Okay, yeah. I was looking at myself, I'd say I was done the job I was brought in to do, that was to keep us in the league. And now what we want to do is want to push on. We don't want to be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. We want to be nice in amongst the League One and keep matching teams week in, week out. I would have liked to have a few more wins under my belt, I must admit. But I feel like we're getting there, and I feel like this is now a team which is from me, and it's an extension of me, and I'm trying to mould it now to make sure that we're successful in this league, and we're being able to maintain the standards of this league, because it's a tough one not only to get out of but to stay in as well. And not harping on about budgets and everything else, we know where we are, we know what we're about, we know who we are. And we're not trying to be anything else. What we're trying to be is Northampton Town, and we're proud of that, and what we're doing is batting above our weight, and we know we've got to do that if we're to sustain league status in League One, and that's what we want, and that's the job I want to be doing for a number of years here, and keep getting better and better as the years go on, and I feel that we've took a real good step in the right direction over the 50 games that I've been here.
Have you enjoyed it, stepping back up to number one?
Loved every minute of it. Yeah, I've really enjoying it. It's a great environment to work in, and that's credit to Kelvin and everybody, and all the owners, Jim as well, and James. Jim Nolan's he's a real good big supporter and really big off the field, and got a nice touching manner about him. James, who's again exactly the same. Nick, they've got a real good, and then all the staff who have inherited and the new staff who've joined since, so I'm really pleased that we're heading where I feel in the right direction, but still plenty of work to be done, and I've still got to keep giving some people a kick up the backside, and that's good, because we keep everybody on our toes, and because we want to get better and we never want to stand still. So loving every minute of it. I really enjoy my time, back at West Ham as a coach, but there's nothing better than being in the hot seat, because fundamentally the decision lies with you, and you're there to be shot at, and it's something what I've always enjoyed, thriving under pressure, being a bit of a risk taker as well. So there's no better job to have than if you enjoy all that.
If I was to ask you about your highlights, you'd probably say Peterborough away last season. You're back at London Road on Saturday. How do you feel ahead of the derby? How's the group feeling?
Well, I hope it's the same, but I'm not going to bank on it. We're going to have to we're going to have to earn our stripes. We're going to have to earn it because they're a very good side. Luke Williams is a very, very good manager. You know, and I know a lot about Luke because obviously living in Nottingham, went to watch a lot of his games when he was at Notts County, and he deservedly got the job of Swansea off the back of that. You know, finally got himself back in, and he's got a good team, a real good side, and got a great win in midweek, and that shows the quality they have. So another tough one, but it's the next one, and I'm always going to say, it doesn't matter who we play in this league, anyone can beat anybody, as we seen on Tuesday night. A lot of the teams who are in and around that bottom end, who you'd expect who should be higher, beating teams who you wouldn't expect because they've been at the bottom. So nothing surprises me. So we're not going to, we will never underestimate any opposition, and Peterborough are the same, that the next one up, and we're going to respect them as we do with every team, and hopefully go there and put in a performance and earn the right and come away with a good result again.
Does it make it tricky to prepare when a team has a new manager in charge? Because you look at a team who've had a manager for 1 or 2 years and you kind of know the way they're going to play. Does it make it a little bit more unpredictable in terms of prep?
Well, I think in terms of Luke, I think he has his own style. He has his style, the way he wants to do it, and the way he wants to play his football, and I think he's stamping that style on. You can see that. I think he's had enough time now to put his style forward and the way he wants to do it, and get the messages to his lads. But you've got to make sure that you're prepared for that anyway. I think it's a lot harder if he would have only went in like last week, because you've not really got anything to go off unless you go back to his old job and what he done there to see if he changed anything. But no, look, no surprises on Saturday from us. We're going to be who we are, and we're going to try and earn the right to play against what is a really good footballing side. We've had some fantastic results since he's come in, and as I said, and another fantastic result away at Reading, which is a difficult place to go, as we know, the other night. So yeah, it always seems that they always have just a slight turn before we end up getting them. The same with Plymouth have Port Vale, and you go, and so I'm hoping we can go and we can have a real assured performance, and we earn the right to get a good result, because we want to keep putting points on the board and trying to get up further up that table as much as possible.
And for a lot of the squad, it's going to be their first taste of the NEN derby. If you had the experience where you had Samo to say, look, this is what it means.
No, well, we normally have the skipper who talks before it, so I'm sure whoever it is, they'll talk about it, because the ones who have been skipper this year, they all experienced it last year. So look, listen, it's a derby. All these lads would have played in derbies. It's a great derby to be involved in. And what we want to do is we want to send our fans home happy, like exactly what Peterborough wanted to do for their fans. It's a bit different now because obviously Luke's in now. Darren was the manager last year, so there's not so much of what happened last year biting at them. I think they're a new team as well as us being a new team. So yeah, totally different. And yeah, look, we'll go there and we'll give it our best shot, and hopefully stick to the game plan, execute it well, and if we do that, it gives us a great chance of getting a great good result.
Sold out away end as well, and the way that London Road is, they're sort of right on your backs and on the pitch, so the atmosphere will be there, won't it? Yeah,
listen, they're great. You just have to look how we went down to Plymouth. How many went down there. So half an hour is not going to faze them, is it? They've been brilliant. They've been fantastically supporting us since I've come in. A lot's got to be said about the away support and the way they travel and how noisy they can become. And what I ask is that they just stick with our lads all the way through, and sing about our lads. I love it when they sing about all our lads, and we get the tunes going. It's really good, and obviously our song, which is nice, and hopefully we'll be singing at the end of the game come Saturday, because it's something what we've tried to bring the fans closer to us, and we want to show them how much it means to us winning games, and how much it means to be a part of Northampton. So yeah, hopefully we'll give them something to cheer about on Saturday.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.